So definitely a weird week for me as a massive Richmond fan. I mean, we were lucky enough that we beat the bye. You know, some people before the season started didn't think we'd beat the bye. So, you know what, that was pretty good. But obviously, we didn't play, and there are a lot of actually interesting AFL games, at least I think a bit better than the previous week's one. But of course, now we're moving on to round 15. It's another week of random teams having random byes. Again, we got Adelaide, Hawthorn, Melbourne, and West Coast. Again, if my face is looking a little bit red right now, like, I don't know, Michael Jackson blushing at a Wiggles concert, it's because it's like -8 degrees in my house right now. I've got floating floorboards. I don't even have my heater on, so I'm quite literally freezing balls. And now that I've realized it, I am breathing air. I am breathing smoke thing. Oxygen. What am I talking about, bro? I am breathing into the air because it is so goddamn cold here. I don't know what is going on, but you know what? We're going on with round 15 AFL tips. We're starting off with the first game on the Thursday night. That does happen to be Fremantle versus Essendon. What a random Thursday night game. But I guess these two teams probably haven't been there as much as what some others have been, so could actually be good. And realistically, this should technically be a good game, because even though Essendon have everyone and their dad injured, you still got to remember that Fremantle, they're pushing for the 8, but Essendon are low-key kind of staying in touch, which is really strange to say. Like, no one would have thought that Essendon were staying in touch before the season started, but like, Fremantle are pushing for the 8. It's like a race between about 10 teams at the moment, and Fremantle are definitely one of them, and Essendon, I suppose, are just staying. They're staying right there. They're sneakily. I think if they actually had a team of any meanings, they would be a little bit better than what they're doing. But I don't know. I think just because they've got so many injuries, and I'm watching 39-million-year-old Todd Goldstein playing the ruck, I think, yeah, Fremantle should probably get the W here. But I mean, I don't know. Essendon low-key, I mean, they've been okay, like, with the injuries. They haven't been as bad as what you probably would have thought they were going to be. Again, Geelong versus Brisbane, at GMHBA on the Friday night at 7:40. Again, this is the games we live for, man. These are the blockbusters that put hair on anyone's balls. Like, this is free testosterone right here, because this is the game that could be the game of the round. I mean, you got two of the best teams in the game. If not, some people would consider these two teams as the best two teams in the game. Of course, Brisbane and Geelong, who are both really competing for that top 4. I think both will probably make it. Let's be real here. They've both been absolutely insane. But I mean, this is going to be a really good one. I think I'm going to back in the home team here. I'll back in Geelong, but same time, yeah, Brisbane are going to be looking for an upset. Again, Carlton versus North Melbourne, very early on Saturday. I mean, why do I feel like North Melbourne low-key, are they going to get an upset here? I mean, North have actually been playing a lot better in their last 6 weeks of footy, while Carlton have been just moving along. I mean, they're not the Carlton Blues that a lot of people thought they were probably going to be before the season started. While North are definitely not the team a lot of people thought they were going to be. A lot of people had North rising, and they just kind of haven't. But in saying that, if they got a win over Carlton here, it would be absolutely massive. And I feel like they're going to be really hungry to try and move up the ladder in the latter parts of this season. So I might be doing a little cheeky here, and I might go North Melbourne for this. But I mean, I don't know. Is Mackay going to be playing? What's going to be happening? Because if they've got Mackay and Kerno, you can probably wish your winning chances goodbye, because North just don't have good key defenders. I just don't know why they haven't drafted any, but they just decided to skip that part in the cutscene. I don't know why. Port Adelaide versus Sydney. I mean, yeah, two teams who are massive fallers, massive drops this year. I mean, this is going to be just the battle of the two of the drops. I don't know how to describe this one. We'll go Port Adelaide, right? We'll go Port, but A game that should be a lot more interesting than you probably kind of think does happen to be Collingwood versus St Kilda, because if we remember last year when Collingwood started, I think it was 0-4. Did they start? I think it was their third game they lost was when St Kilda got that massive upset game on them at the MCG and looked insane for some reason. I mean, they were really good. I went to that game. I don't know why I went to that game, but I remember it being cold as hell, and I didn't own a jumper at the time. I don't know why I didn't own a jumper, you know, just money problems. But I didn't own a jumper. I went to the game, was freezing my literal nuts off. Like, you could see them hanging from freaking row 4. They turned into an icicle. And I was just up and about, though, because St Kilda got this really big upset win. I mean, it would be cool to see maybe take 2. There's at Marvel Stadium now, which is St Kilda's home ground. So it'd be cool to maybe revisit that. Even though it's actually Collingwood's home game, technically. I think this is their one, Marvel Stadium game that they specifically have to play, which is kind of funny. But, I mean, I'm gonna lock in Collingwood. Collingwood are 10 times the team that they were last year. And St Kilda just are not. I mean, watching the St Kilda game against the Western Bulldogs, almost, I was starting to develop Tourette's. It was not great. I started going all over the place. My mate, who's a St Kilda fan, was popping off next to me because he's like, what the hell are they doing? Yeah, I mean, I still think Collingwood are going to get the win here. I don't think that's going to be really that much. Again, we got the foundation teams. We got GWS versus the Gold Coast Suns on Sunday very, very early on, 1:10. I mean, this should be a really good game because GWS are absolutely trying to solidify themselves in the 8, while the Gold Coast Suns are really still trying to make the top 4. I mean, both teams are kind of where they are, but yeah, I low-key am going to back in the home team here. As much as I've backed in Gold Coast to win the majority of their games this season, I think I've been right about quite a fair few of them. I don't know if they're going to get the win here. I think the Giants will get the win at home. Again, on Sunday, we got the Western Bulldogs versus Richmond Football Club at Marvel Stadium. Yeah, look, I won't be there. I'm not going to go to this week's game, but in saying that, yeah, I think as well, the Dogs, I think, usually have a pretty good track record against the Tigers. I don't think the Tigers really play too flashy against them. The Dogs are actually coming off a really good win against St Kilda, and I mean, Sean Darcy's back, or Sam Darcy, I should say. Sam Darcy is back. Not that I think that will hurt Richmond too much, touch wood, because I think Richmond's backline is absolutely insane. But what I do think is going to absolutely kill Richmond is the Dogs midfield, which they just have 7 All-Australian level players, while Richmond are we're scraping the barrel of what we've got in the midfield half the time. So, I mean, yeah, I think the Dogs should get the win here, and I don't think it will exactly be too hard. Again, I'd very much like to hear what you guys think, though, about this week's tips and predictions. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Again, subscribe to my gaming channel, which will also be getting linked down below. Subscribe to this channel for all that sports content and news. And I guess I'll be seeing you guys next time. Goodbye.